I have never shared this information live before. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Emil Tompkins. I want to thank you for joining us, and today we're going to talk about ADHD nutrition basics. In our office, we take care of lots of families and children. One specific thing that we see a lot is children who are dealing with ADHD and sensory processing issues and autism, and one of the things that we want to make sure is that we're addressing some of the nutritional component to that. If we're going to make sure that our kids are as healthy as possible, then we need to address the nutrition, and here are some of the ways that we do that. And as we go further, I'm going to have a link here in the comment section a little bit later. So you'll check that out, because if you click on that, it'll take you to our website where our podcast that goes over this information in a bit more detail. It's going to be right there, and you'll be able to get more detail. But we're going to get started with it here. One of the things that we see in kids that are dealing with attention deficit disorder, who are dealing with hyperactivity, who are dealing with problems in sensory processing, autism, we have certain digestive problems that we've got to address. And one of the first ways that we address that is with an elimination style diet. And the reason why is because kids are sensitive to a lot of different foods, especially if you're dealing with this. So if you have a food sensitivity, you want to make sure that we're getting rid of the foods that our kids can be sensitive to. Now, one of the ways to find that out is with allergy testing, but there's only a certain amount of things that you're going to find through that allergy test, which specifically are just the kids or the foods that our kids are officially allergic to. However, there are a lot of things that our kids can be sensitive to that they aren't allergic to at all, and it won't show up on an allergy test. So we could still be eating something that our body's sensitive to. It's going to affect us in a negative way and may start to affect our ability to focus and concentrate and do well at school and at home. So to take care of that, we need to do an elimination diet. That will help us figure out what foods we might be sensitive to. So if you've had an allergy test, you already know what you're allergic to. We want to avoid that. But then we want to eat certain very specific foods that our body tends to not really be reactive to, but you want to do that for a period of time, kind of a long period of time. You take about 28 days eating very specific foods on our elimination diet list, and you eat those foods for the 28 days. Your body begins to reset. You're going to start to feel better. Your kids are going to start to feel better. When you get to that 28-day period and you're all done, you've been off of those foods, then you want to slowly reintroduce some of those foods back. Chances are some of the foods that you've gotten rid of, whether it's bread or dairy or some of those things, some of those foods you don't want to introduce back at all. However, there might be some of those things you feel you can't live without. So as you start reintroducing those foods, you'll reintroduce one food at a time, and once you've been on it for a few days or off of it for those 28 days, once you add that food back, if it's a problem, your body's going to let you know. You're either going to feel sick, you might get headaches, you might notice your child is a lot more hyperactive after eating that particular food. Now, you're probably not going to notice that unless you've gone through the entire elimination period over those 28 days. But as you slowly add those foods back, you'll start to see whether or not that food is having an effect on your child. So that's one of our first steps in nutritional management for kids that are dealing with attention, focus, or sensory issues. And so I challenge you to do that. Hey guys, check out, I've got a podcast that actually goes live tomorrow, but you can get a sneak peek at that. You'll get a sneak peek at that by clicking on the link that's going to appear in the show notes in a second. If you're live, that link's going to appear in just a couple of minutes. But if you're on the replay, it's probably already there. Check it out. Click that link. It'll take you right to our post where we have our podcast, we have some videos explaining, and just information on how our program helps kids with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I'm Dr. Emil Tompkins, and we'll see you soon.